Wild Jobs Namibia is proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager.
Namibia, land of the brave. Brave men and women who dedicate their lives to protecting a country of harsh terrain, ancient cultures, and vulnerable wildlife. Namibian conservationists Dr. Rudy and Marlies van Vuren are on a mission to travel the length and breadth of Namibia to meet these intrepid individuals and to witness the incredible work they undertake on a daily basis. These are the unsung heroes of Namibian conservation, and these are their wild jobs.
% of our phone calls we receive is because of leopard conflict with farmers. It's farmers that phones us because they lose livestock because of leopards. And then we end up with two scenarios. We either try and convince the farmer to release that leopard on the farm where he caught that leopard, or we get the scenarios where the farmer just doesn't want the leopard to stay there, but he also doesn't want to shoot the leopard. And those leopards we bring to Ngakuse, and then we end up with a leopard in captivity, and we have to make a plan with those animals. They can't stay in captivity.
And that's exactly what happened with this young leopard female. And she can hardly even catch a duiker or a steenbok. So there's no way that she could have caught calves. But to keep her in captivity she is as good as dead. So we have to make a plan. And that plan is translocation. We move her to a place where she will be safe, where there's no farming activity, and where there's an abundance of natural prey, and the predator-predator competition is low. And it takes time to find a place like that, and it takes time to arrange the logistics around that. But we eventually now found a place, not too far from here, where we can move her to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her to sleep, and then we're going to give her back her freedom.
Before she can be transported to the release site, this wild leopard must be carefully sedated. With the dart in, she gradually begins to fall asleep. Rudy and Marlies use this opportunity to take the leopard's measurements before loading her onto the pickup.
Okay. Dan jy weer daar opklop. Okay. Ek kan vat.
Ja, ek vat.
Ja, ek sal. Nee, Leopard. Die vliegtuig in die wêreld te vlieg. Papa India Tango. Ja, dit is
With the Leopard still sound asleep and safely in the plane, Rudy and Marlies head off to the release site and this Leopard's new home.
Wild Jobs Namibia is proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager. Wild Jobs Namibia is proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager.
At the designated release site, Rudy, Marlies and team very carefully take the Leopard cage off the back of the pickup.
Kyk, 1, 2, 1.
Let's just turn the cage that the gate faces that way and then we turn it on its side. Hello. Yay. Okay.
Kom maar, ons gaan hom nou diep.
Alright.
Stadig net.
Okay, kom hier so.
Is okay, is okay.
Okay.
With everyone's fingers intact, it's time to release this incredible cat. Very timidly, she takes her first steps to freedom.
It remains a special feeling when an animal climbs out of a capture cage into freedom. And every time it happens, you feel we're making a difference. And every time you feel that there's enough space on this earth for all of us to live and thrive together. So today, for me personally, it feels like we're doing the right thing again and we're moving in the right direction.
I'm the bunny hugger in the fairy tale always. I always attempt to keep the animals close by, look after them, don't really trust the freedom thing because I can't predict what's going to happen. Will they have food? Will they have water? But if I see this, I know this is the right thing to do. Animals belong in the wild. This is what conservation is about. And everyone we release, send a little prayer out with that animal, hoping that she will find water and food quickly and settle down. Got a phone call last night from a cattle farmer just outside Windhoek that caught a leopard in a capture cage. Originally he wanted us to come and remove this leopard from his farm. We convinced him to collar this leopard and release it on his farm.
We're very excited to go and see what's happening there, and it's nice to work with this kind of farmer who really is willing to cooperate and willing to release the animal again. So let's go. Môre, môre. Dis Rudy. Wolfgang, this is quite interesting. You've got a leopard now in a cage. Did it give you any problems? Why did you catch it?
That's a leopard that's walking around a longer time, yeah. And I don't know if you catch some calves or not. No? There's 2 calves there which are gone, but on a long period. You know. So I want to give that leopard a chance.
Yeah. So once we've put the collar on now, we're gonna give you the daily downloads. You're gonna know exactly where that leopard is. So I think it will be interesting for you, and it may help you with your farming.
Yeah, no, it will be very interesting. On the one side, I'm not quite happy about that,
Yeah.
because
I
it's
understand.
among the calves and the cattle.
Yeah.
But let's try. I mean,
Yeah, if it doesn't work, at least you gave him a second chance.
yeah, that's the thing, no?
Yeah.
No, definitely gonna do that.
But let's go. I would love to see that big boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, sure.
You're going with your own car,
I'm
and we'll
going
follow
with
you.
my own car.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
thank you.
Great.
Good.
Wolfgang leads the way to where the leopard awaits. Time is of the essence, as the leopard is being kept in a small capture cage.
So we had a good look at it now in the capture cage. It's about 50 to 55 kilogram male leopard. And what we're going to do now is prep the dart and then go and dart him. So 2 drugs that we're going to use is ketamine and medetomidine. I usually use a dose of about 80 micrograms per kilogram of medetomidine and 3 milligrams per kilogram ketamine. Okay, just put it in the dart gun and then we're ready. Okay. Right, let's go.
Okay.
Wild Jobs Namibia is proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager. Wild Jobs Namibia is proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager.
Rudy and Marlies have been called to a farm where a wild leopard has been caught in a capture cage. They need to collar the leopard before he can be released safely.
So we've got the dart in now and we'll give him 15 to 20 minutes to sleep. The worst thing that you can do now is sit there and stimulate him or excite him, then he's not going to sleep. So we'll wait 20 minutes and hope he sleeps and see who's going to climb into the cage to see if he sleeps.
Maak het gou sy oë toe.
Ag, ek sal.
Bietjie.
galplaat van die ontvang.
Okay. Net gou 'n bietjie bloed trek.
The leopard's collar is put on securely. In this way, Rudy and Marlies can give Namibian farmer Wolfgang daily updates on the leopard's whereabouts. And this allows Wolfgang to protect his livestock.
Wat dan nog vals uit dan af. For me personally, this was just one more day in our lives that makes my heart tick and that makes me warm inside. To see an animal like this, in situations like this, that's stressed, and then see him go out with a collar, free again, a second chance on freedom, and to meet people like Wolfgang, farmers like that, it's just unbelievable, and that makes my heart warm and make my work daily worth it.
It's the 86th animal that I've done, and every single one has been special. And, you know, I think the reason why Namibia is where it is with conservation is because of farmers like Wolfgang, people who understand nature. And people like him is the best conservationist that you can find, because they are in the veld every day, they know that the animals, they know what happens, and they see the bigger picture. And that drives conservation in our country. Five years ago, I was called by a farmer in the northeast of Namibia, and they dug up a den of wild dogs. And they excavated 14 pups. The instruction was very clear: either come and fetch them, or they get killed.
Rudy and Marlies made the brave decision to give this entire group a new home at the Nankosay Wildlife Sanctuary.
We went to fetch them, Marlies raised them, and after that we started doing research and conflict mitigation in that area. 2 years ago, that same farmer discovered another den and left the den in situ, which is great news for us, because it feels like we've made progress with the human-wildlife conflict there.
It's a lot of management. We have to manage them not getting diseases, we have to vaccinate them, we have to make sure their diet is correct. So there's a lot of elements to look into, and it's all very expensive and costly.
And what we need to do today is to vaccinate them.
Using his trusty dart gun, Rudy vaccinates the dogs against rabies, one by one.
Okay, done. It's important that we dart them and vaccinate them against rabies, because it's a rabies endemic area. And these guys are just so valuable, they're such good ambassadors for their free-roaming brothers and sisters that we cannot really afford to lose one. But I'm glad it's done, and for another year it's over.
Next week on Wild Jobs Namibia, we enter the world of the Chakma baboon. and spend some quality time with baby Emma.